Never try and save a few bucks by cheaping out on your flight. I'm telling you, this is my story. My husband and I decided to go to Mexico for our anniversary, and we take the cheapest flight we possibly can. So we go from San Francisco to Mexico City, which is not really an airport. It's like this terminal where you have to go sit to wait to find out which airport section you should actually go to. So we're there, it's like 2 in the morning, and we have no clue where we're going, and nobody speaks English, and I speak very little Spanish. Not enough to figure out what flight I'm supposed to be on. Usually I just pin on the ticket stub for that. But anyways, finally we get into Mexico. That was fine. We got into Mexico City, then we got into Cancun, which was fine, and then we had like an hour-and-a-half drive to Puerto Aventuras, where we were staying. That wasn't the bad part. The bad part was coming home. And let me tell you why. American Airlines. First of all, get on American Airlines. The plane is actually on time and not canceled. Oh my God, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I was so excited. So we get on the plane and we fly into Miami. And the flight's like, boom, 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 you know, crazy turbulence, all kinds of stuff. We get into Miami, like, why we flew from Puerto to Miami, then back to San Francisco, I don't know. It was the cheapest flight. So really, you know what? This is all my fault. I don't know why I'm blaming. Well, fuck that. Wait till you hear it. So then we get into Miami. We're fine in Miami. They don't have mojitos. They run out of mojitos. How you run out of mojitos in Miami? Don't know. So, oh, you ran out of mint. Oh, okay. Well, hire more Cubans to pick more mint. I don't know what to tell you. So we are in Miami, and I thought that was funny. We're out of mojitos. We finally get on our plane, which is forever late, and we get shoved all the way into the back. We're sitting in the back. It's hotter than hell in there. It's like 700 degrees. All of a sudden, I start smelling this fume, and I totally look at my husband. I'm like, did you just fart? And he goes, no. Did you want me to? And I say, no. Because we always say that to each other. Did you fart? No. Do you want me to? No. Or yes, sometimes. It depends. So it starts stinking, and I'm like, God, that smells, you know? And then all of a sudden I notice other people are noticing it as well. Well, what's happening is that the compression or something like that, and the cabin isn't going because the airplane's not on, because we're sitting forever on the runway because some bullshit happened where somebody spilled some fluid, some brake fluid. I'm like, fuck, I'm on an airline whose planes are leaking brake fluid, and now the shitters are backing up. Yes, you heard me right, the shitters. And I'm like 4 seats from the back. So slowly the cabin is filling with that, what's that gas? That gas that's in your farts and everything that's actually toxic. It could kill you. And they're like blaming the ozone depletion on all the cows and stuff. What's that? You know, the fart gas. Anyways, the whole plane's filling up with shit and piss. It's so disgusting. We're all starting to gag. People start putting their shirts over their things, and the stewards in the back standing there, right there, like 6 of them, all looking at us like we're crazy assholes. We're about to pass out from shit toxins. I mean, seriously, what's going on? We say, hey, it smells. What's the problem? They, oh, well, as soon as we take off, it'll be fine, okay? So we take off, and it's not fine. And I can still smell fucking Granny's shit and piss from the flight before, who's coming into Miami to visit her grandson, Timmy, and I'm fucking gonna puke any second. It's time to eat, right? And I guess we can't bring anything on the plane, security, whatever, so I didn't bring anything on the plane. And I figured, you know, I just spent like $400 or some shit like that. And so they're definitely going to be feeding us because they're picking us up at like 6 and we're not getting in until midnight, so it'll be fine, right? Of course they have food. They have sandwiches with ham sandwich with chips and soda, and that's it. And that's $10, $10, or you can get some cookies for $3 or some trail mix for $3, or you can have a soda. So first of all, we don't even have a real meal. We have a sandwich, which is fine, whatever. Now I'm starving, I'll eat fucking dirt. But it's 10 fucking bucks. 10 bucks, okay? So now I'm like, fuck, you know, I've spent all my money in frickin' Mexico, and now I need 10 bucks, which I had 10 bucks to buy a sandwich. Fine, so I'm just gonna give in and buy a sandwich, even though a meal should have come with my ticket. So they gather up all the food, and instead of starting at one end of the plane and then at the other end of the plane, you know, first class, da-da-da, and then coming to the middle, they go all of them, go up to the very front. And where was I? Remember? 4 seats back from the back shitter. So they come to me, and guess what? They ran out of food. They ran out of food. They ran out of food. I'm fucking starving to death. You're going to charge me $10 for a fucking ham sandwich, and now you've run out of food? Let's see, how does that work? There's this many seats on the fucking plane. Have that many sandwiches. Put them, the leftovers, in the fridge and use it for the fucking flight back. Oh, it was horrible. Then about an hour or 2 before we land, I'm parched. Parched. Guess what? Out of water. And I'm not talking out of bottled water. I'm talking about tanks are out of water. They ran out of food. They ran out of water. We sat on the tramway, highway, whatever, for an hour and a half. And shit toxins. How do you run out of water? So then we fly all the way to San Francisco. It's like the bumpiest, I swear to God, I thought I was going to have a heart attack and die, and at least I would have done that before we fucking crashed and plummeted to the earth, because there was the craziest turbulence I've ever been on in my life. At this point, it's super late at night. I've been on planes for 12 hours. I've been suffering with granny shit for an hour and a half, and I'm just dying. So then what happens when we land? What happens to the pressure? So what happens again? Now not only the piss and shit from the flight before, but now our flight. And guess what? Now there's some fucking fluid leaked there also, but it's not brake fluid. This time it was suspension fluid. Guess how long we were on the fucking air tramway, whatever the fucking way that you're not flying, but you're not coming in. That little section? An hour and a half. And I just need to fucking breathe before an hour, and my eyes are burning. Like, my eyes are burning. It's all swollen and red and, like dripping, like, on my face. Snot coming down, like, chemical burns on my lips. Ammonia burns. I mean, it was horrible. Some of that may have been a little exaggerated. My nose wasn't running. American Airlines sucks. The shit part wasn't. The shit part wasn't exaggerated. Just that last 10 seconds about the burns. But my eyes were watering.